What up, dudes? Free Prestige Raid Shadow Legends. So as you can see, we are on day 183, which means we have just got Seal of the Drakes the other day. We're now in the Phoenix Hate Flower section, where some, the usual sort of stuff. There's a 5-star chicken, a 4-star, 3-star, a couple of shards, but Phoenix herself probably isn't going to do much for us, so we'll probably be ignoring her mostly. She'll be a Vault Lord. Grush, he'll be useful in faction wars. He's alright as a champion. He's probably not as good as he used to be back in the day. And then the Vizix is going to be probably decently useful, but like another Hydra team type of thing. So, as well, obviously that new free login champion dude is underway. Day 15 currently on the calendar. So we're halfway with the fragments, and the other 50 of the fragments are under the remaining ones. Can't be this one because this is the day that we all get this, and it's going to be this one, the Wonder Submission, because it's what everyone's voted for. I voted for this one just out of pure interest. It seemed pretty cool, but this is the one that everyone's going for, so that'll be the one that we do get on that final day. So realistically, I mean, there was 7 days in between these, so 2, 4, 6. So the next bunch of 25 should be in the next couple of days, and then probably like here or there will be the last 2. They're probably going to be evenly spaced out to try and make sure people log in every day type of thing. So when we do get him, we shall be pulling him straight away, because as I've mentioned before, he's going to be for us just a straight up upgrade on Jog. Where is Jog? There he is. So he does basically what Jog does, but slightly worse in the revive section specifically, but we'll get to that. But yeah, he does increase attack. And what else does he do? Oh yeah, he does a strengthen. But it's only a 15% turn meter fill, but I'm not too bothered about that. And the guy's A1. Why don't I just go in here? Sacred Order. Where is he? Udexator. Yeah, so increase attack, strengthen. 15% turn meter fill, 3 turn cooldown, A1, AoE, and just heals people. And then his A3 revives one champion, makes that champion attack with the default skill. So mostly we're thinking like clan boss and stuff here. But because he's a legendary, he should be like, slightly better than Jog in this situation. Like he'll provide the healing. It's mainly like the fact that he gives us strengthen as well as the increased attack, so it might help improve the longevity of the clan boss team, so they just last like maybe 4 or 5 boss turns more, so we get like another few million damage just to get us ever closer to that one key team until we pull something like amazing. It is really a shame that this speed aura is arenas only, because if this was like again like a 19% all battles, then I'd even then consider pulling out High Katoon for like some different form of like increased speed champion, but yeah, that's besides the point. But in terms of the big Titan event for him with the souls, I am only going to worry about getting the 3-star soul, because like he's not a huge mega champion. Like most people in the game aren't too excited for him. He works for us. He's going to be an improvement for us in this specific account. So I do want to try and help, and by getting the soul up to a 3-star, we'll get the HP from rank 1. I think it's attack from rank 2, but then we'll get defense as well from rank 3. But then it's also going to be like the increased bonus of the soul. So if we like look at Alice here, yeah, it'll be 7.5k more HP, attack won't matter, and then 600 defense, and then whatever blessing we do give him, it'll just like increase the bonus of it. So that'll be useful to have. And when I've been checking, obviously a lot of people that are are going to use them but aren't like too hyped about them. They're all saying obviously don't bother wasting the bucks, but for us to use them in clan boss, we are going to need to try and get lucky with some of these bucks. But he doesn't need loads. Like there's only 8 in total. So, oh no, 9. Sorry, didn't realise there was one on his passive. which is pretty shit, but never mind. So 9 in total. So if we get super lucky, it'll be 2 in this. To be fair, I'm not even bothered about that. Just 2 in that. That's the main thing we kind of want. Because if we're getting to the point where people are dying in Clan Boss anyway, multiple people will be dead. So we shouldn't be wanting to worry about trying to revive too quickly anyway. Because if we needed to revive every single turn, the team's going to fail anyway. So don't need to worry too much about that. Yeah, so I'm going, like I say, I'm going for the 3 star. And that's about it. So all I've done so far is, again, I'm not worrying about getting too far into the points. Like if there's some earlier ones, like I got these 50 here in the champion training, and I'm not going to force myself to try and like get these ones, like the extra 100. It would be nice, like if I was a bit closer, if I was sort of like around here, then I'd just be like, right, I'll finish it off. But because I need another 6,300, 4,500, so I need 1,800 points by 15 hours, and I'll be going to bed in a few hours, so that's just not going to happen. I can't be bothered to try and force it. I'd rather over these next like 2 weeks, is it 2 weeks? A week and 4 days, just chip away at it, just to get the points, to get the 3 star, and that's about it. The gear enhancement, again, I got the first bunch, not bothered about forcing my way up to the second bunch. And dungeon divers, again, we've got the first bunch. A decent sort of percentage up to the next bunch, but we are currently doing this stupid Fire Night tournament, which is one of those another annoying things where it's like, oh yeah, this is the community events week, you know, hey, we're gonna put a tournament in where you're restricted and just make it harder for you. Like, for God's sake, like it's supposed to be community events week or weeks, whatever they want to call it. But we are doing it. We've got a team that's doing it. We are only doing stage 16 on it, but it works. It's slow, but it's safe, and it does the job. We are currently at the minute just shy of 1,600 points, so we only need another 461 points to get those. So I'm gonna finish that off later on tonight, and I might then, by finishing that off, get closer on the dungeon divers to the point where I doubt it, to be fair. I'll probably get this primal quartz by finishing that finite tournament, but I was thinking if I sort of get like around here, then I might just like force it and just do like run spider or something for the dungeon diver points and the silver. But again, it's the same thing. I'm not going to force it because we've still got like another week and a bit to go. But as I did mention last time, I am going on holiday in 2 days' time. To be precise, a day and a half. In 2 days' time I will be there, so I am obviously going to be able to play while I'm away, but not fully. Like, it'll be one of those things where, you know, if I'm in the hotel room later on in the afternoon or at night, you know, for a couple of hours, I can just set it away for a bit, do what I need to do, and then forget it. But I'm not going to be on like most of the day. Let's take a quick look at the team that we have been using though for this finite tournament. So this is what I've got going at the minute. So High Cartoon lead, Apothecary, Still the Drakes, Dagger, and Alice. So if I go in here and I do faction, so it's only these 4 we can use. But as you can see, we're not like hugely, you know, doing great on champions that we could have done this with, especially with it being finite. So we do need multi-hits for the shield and turn meter if we can. But yeah. So the way we've got it set up as well, I've got the AI. So just to make sure it runs as smoothly as possible, in round 3, High Cartoon just opens with just the attack. Again, so all of them just like sort of Syl opens with her A2 just because it's a double hit, so we want the double hit on the shield, but apart from that then she never uses it because you can't stun the boss, so it's kind of pointless. But then after she does the double hit to try and take the shield down as quick as possible, we then just only go in with the A1, which has got the chance of decreased speed and decreased turn meter. I only recently got her, so none of her skills are booked at the minute, so it is what it is. Dagger, so I was contemplating changing this because I had this like this before, because before I leveled Syl up, I had Colin from accounts in there in that spot, and it was safe this way when I had Colin in, to have her just purely only ever doing the double hit with turn meter, because then if she was doing these other two attacks as well, she'd usually waste these on the shield and not be getting the double hits in every time we needed them. So it wasn't ideal. I might have been able to now change that so that she can do that, because it would be quicker if we could get the decreased defense on him. It would be quicker, but again, that's presuming that the AI works well and does what it needs to do. But it's just too much, just randomness. So I would, for this type of tournament, it's going to be, once it's done with, it's done with. We're not going to be doing it again. So I'd rather it just be safe. If it takes a long time, it takes a long time, but it just does its job. And then likewise, Alice just goes in with Area 1 all the time. Now the first time she does it, because the Finite hasn't taken a turn yet, and none of his skills like off cooldown, she'll only hit twice. But then once the Finite takes his first turn, she will then hit 3 times every time, so it works quite well. But again, the same thing with this. Like, I just wanted to make sure that she was getting as many hits as possible, so if he does get his turn in and gets the shield up, we're always going in with 3 hits from Alice, not 1 and 1. So it was just the safest way. I'll run this and you can just watch it. Like, I'm going to speed it up because it does take like 5 minutes. So the waves themselves are pretty quick, because Alice pretty much just wipes everything out. But once we do get to the Finite, like I'll show you, I'll slow it down and I'll just show you like what the team setup kind of does, and then we'll just go from there. So as you can see, we're about to take these down. Right, so 1 time speed. So like I said, everyone's going in with just specific things first. So Haikatoon in just A1. Apothecary gets 3 hits from his A1. Dagger in with her 2, and she pracks a Phantom Touch, that gets a 3rd one. Alice goes in with her 2. Scylla the Drake's now, like... Oh, she used her A2 in the last wave, so... We don't even need to set Scylla the Drake's AI, to be fair. Yeah, there we go. So he's now going to get a turn shortly. Oh. Did drop the turn meter. Taz goes in with another 2 hit again. And Syl goes in. Hopefully, no decreased speed. Here he goes. So now he's used his ability. So it's on cooldown now. So Alice will now always hit with 3 hits on her A1. So now we can just speed things up. But the way I've got Syl built is she's in Relentless. So she will sometimes get an extra turn, procking here and there. And sometimes it's pretty clutch, because with her passive where she heals everyone whenever she gets a turn, if she then gets extra turns, it's a double passive heal. Pretty, like, there you go, extra turn, in she goes again. So we got 2 bunches of the heals there. It was topped everyone up pretty nicely. So where Colin was in before doing his heals, and then another extra turn, we got the decreased speed from her as well, and I think it procced the turn meter back as well. But when we can eventually get to the point of being able to book her, that'll just be even more reliable as well. An extra turn again, there we go. 3 of her turns in a row she's procced that Relentless, so it just makes things so much easier. And because I've only just built her to do this, she hasn't got... I think she's only got 1 mastery unlocked, and that's like the first accuracy thing. So she's got obviously way more room for improvement once we can then start farming the masteries down the line. So this is basically just how it runs. If this works nicely and we keep getting turn meter knockback, and then it should be a faster run. But I do think generally he gets another turn, gets his shield up, and then we'll work through the shield again, and then we then end up killing them. But it's gone pretty decent so far, this. A decreased speed out again from Haikatoon. Yeah, here we go, he gets his turn again. There we go, triple hit from Alice. And yeah, so I'll just let this run through to the end now.
Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But if in time
there we go. That's actually quite a quick one for this. I've seen some of them where it's just bad RNG and it is like 5 minutes long. So it's not too bad. That's shite, get rid of that. They're also shite, get rid of them. Yeah, we've run out of normal multi-battles, but we do have 20 there, whatever the event reward is. Oh, it'll be the daily login thing, is it? Nope, event reward, I don't know what that is. Lord knows what that was from then. Yeah, so pretty much we've got, like I say, we've got quite a bit of energy to run through. So I'll just run the energy dry and see how many points we get to. And like I said, I'll check in on the dungeon divers after. If I'm close, I'll force it on this one just to, you know, just to grab them. It's like one less thing we'll need to do down the line, but it is what it is. So yeah, right, I'm just gonna bring this one to a close. Like I say, I am going away, so it won't be till I'm back. So back end of next week will be when I'll be then back and be able to record the next one. But by then we will have that new champion. We can then, you know, we could do a video like gearing them out and stuff like that, and you know, seeing how we want to do it, and then get him in the clan boss team and see how it goes, and hope for the best that it at least helps in some capacity. Because if it doesn't help at all, and it's a waste of fucking time, I'll be pretty fuming. But we shall see, shall we? So yeah, until then, thanks again for watching, and I will catch you when I'm back from holiday. Cheers.